For starters, I did do a trial stream, but naturally I screwed up the transmission and it's unbearably blurry. I'll figure out how to fix it for the future streams, but regardless, I don't have any actual Trials gameplay from the past weekend. So in the background, you'll just have to suffer through me suffering through Iron Banner. Anyway, my name is Aiden, and here are my thoughts on the past week of Trials of Osiris. Trials of Osiris has always been a completely inaccessible game mode for people who really don't have a group. And for myself, that has been me. I am consistently a solo player. I've joined groups in the past, but I never stayed for long. I've always left for one reason or another. The last time I tried Trials was when it first came out. That's when I had a consistent group of friends to play with. This was back during Season of the Worthy during the auto rifle hard light meta, and we got completely stomped. We gave it a few tries after they disabled artifact power, but we were still no match and we gave up. However, this all changed like 2 weeks ago. Bungie did a complete revamp of Trials of Osiris, enabling a solo and duo queuing, enhanced endgame rewards, Trials ranks, and Trials rewards with every rank up from Saint 14. This made Trials completely accessible to solo players and one of the most rewarding game modes in Destiny. Trials had it all: top tier loot for both PvP or PvE, and endgame material rewards to people who made it past 7 wins, and god tier adept loot for people who could get 7 wins in a row without losing. This made Trials an extremely enticing game mode. Sadly, I missed out on the first week because I was dog sitting. However, Bungie decided to enable something going forward starting every Sunday at reset, that being the Flawless Pool. This means after you go 7 wins without losing, you get god tier adept loot, but now you're matched against other players who've also gone flawless that same weekend, theoretically making it easier for solo and duo queues and lesser teams. The weekend arrives and I hop on a little bit late. The Flawless Pool's already been engaged, and I joined Trials of Osiris loaded with my top tree Dawnblade, Fatebringer, and Jotun. Just starting out, I go 4 games before I encounter a loss, which is way more games than I've ever gone winning in Trials before. I don't even think I was able to win a solid game that wasn't just because like someone left. Anyway, I don't reset my card. I continue to play past 7 wins just because I want to get all the enhancement prisms I can get. Despite the poor map, I had an awesome time. I lost plenty of rounds and plenty of matches, but I got plenty of loot and felt rewarded for my time. I had gotten a full set of Trials armor, which I promptly turned into ornaments, a good roll of Reach Regret for PvE, an awesome Eye of Soul, and a pretty happy Igneous Hammer with Outlaw and Opening Shot. With my rewards this week, honestly, I was really excited for next week. Even with the weird capture point thing they were giving a shot this week, I was pretty excited. Weekend arrives once more. I'm super sick, so this gives me a perfect time to just grind away at Trials and grind away I did. This week was not the same joyride as the second week. This time had gone many games before I had a single win, and took a few hours to reach 7 wins, which I had done in what felt like less than an hour or 2 on the second week. Initially, I thought this was just because, well, the Flawless Pool hasn't been enabled yet, and by the time I joined, well, it was a reset time. It had just opened up, so the only people playing would be crazy people like me or tryhard, so I figured I'd just suck it up and just keep going, wait for the Flawless Pool, and it'll probably get better when the Flawless Pool comes. However, it did not get better. In fact, I honestly think it got a little bit worse, most likely because I think plenty of other people had the same exact idea as me. They just wait out until the Flawless Pool opens up. All the people who go flawless will go flawless, and people will just come on in and farm 7-win rewards. I don't know how exactly common the 7-win reward thing is, but I'm sure plenty of people jumped in once the Flawless Pool opened up, just so that way they could get an easy flawless. They may be wondering, well, why wasn't this a problem last week? From what I understand, it was a small little problem, but it wasn't as bad as this. Most likely that's because of the capture point. Capture point really encourages team play and puts solo and duo players at a significant disadvantage. Not to mention the map. This map really encouraged tight play, something like rushing with shotguns, or honestly sitting back with a sniper in center lane. Plays that maybe below average players wouldn't really feel comfortable doing. Or simply just getting outmaneuvered because the map is really tight. I mean, you could turn a corner and get immediately shotgunned, or immediately sniped, or shot with a grenade launcher, or being able to clog holes with Witherhoard. I mean, Witherhoard is in PvP right now. That's really bizarre. And I think that's only because capture point. And all these things are there because capture point adds a significant tactical element to Trials, where before there was not really any significant tactical play beyond the general meta game of Destiny PvP. The main objective was always just kill the other team. But now in Trials, there's phases to the game. There's an offensive phase where if you win the game before, well, now you have to capture the point on the other side of the map. Now you have to rush the enemy team. It puts the losing team in a defensive phase, and to a team that maybe can't communicate, they won't really be able to do much. In a team in that situation, someone on the losing team could say, hey, someone put on Wither Horde, we need to be able to block a path, or hey, someone throw a Glacier Grenade there so that way they can't get through. There's all these different plays that really can't be made because the team can't communicate. And if the winning team is communicating, then they have a significant advantage. Because, well, if they see somebody, if they see what they're doing, they can tell the other players. And could potentially send someone to sneak through the defenses and capture the point while the others are distracting. This happened to me many times and I was helpless. No one ever joins team chat and there was really nothing I could do besides try my best and hopefully kill the enemy team. This resulted in me doing actually a 2-hour stream just to get 2 more wins on my 5-win card, so that way I can get my rewards. I had reset my card foolishly on Saturday and had no other choice but to try and complete this card. And after that, I got no more wins. I was not able to get any wins past 7. I was really hoping to get some enhancement prisms, but I wasn't able to do anything. That left me with probably just a little bit over 14 wins. I did play after my first card a little bit, but I did reset it. And don't be surprised when the TWAB comes out later today and shows that this probably has the lowest trials showing since the revamp. And probably honestly an 80 to 90% loss rates for solo and duos teams. If I'm wrong, I'll be sure to say something, but I really don't think I will be. As a primarily solo player, I do think it is my specialty to actually comment on this. A lot of other players who are a little bit more popular on YouTube they're in groups. When they lose in solo trials, they just go join their group and they go back to winning and they just forget all about it. Just insert a dumb joke about solo players being the silent majority in Destiny and we can just go on. I do think Trials needs to stay. I love Trials. I really had a fantastic time. I actually did enjoy Capture Point Trials, and I think other people did as well. For the games that I did have close calls with, or where I was fighting against other solo players, I had fun. I think they should honestly introduce it maybe once every month or so, and just let it be a random game mode they include. Maybe don't put it on this map. This map was awful. I think it just was too tactical. It required too much communication to really get good results. I think honestly any map but Wormhaven would be fine. I think even something like Widow's Court would be fine. Obviously I think they're gonna have to move the B flag just because I think that's a little too clustered, but regardless I do think that they should keep the game mode and include it randomly. Anyway, those are just the ramblings of a solo player. Feel free to comment if you've had similar results or if you had not at all the same results. Maybe you stomped the other team. Please let me know. As a solo player, I am very interested to hear how other solo players are doing. I don't know how other people are doing. I'll only ever hear from people who play in teams. So please leave a comment below if you're a solo player or if you're a team player and you felt the same results. Anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful afternoon. I might make a response video to the TWAB if the TWAB proved me wrong, but we'll find out later today. Alright, have a great day. Stay safe, guys.